I totally failed as a freelance photographer and videographer. And in this video, I'm going to share with you guys how and why I failed and what you can do to make sure you succeed. Stay tuned to hear all about it. What's up guys, my name is Jesus Martinez and I'm a San Diego creator that is officially full-time, and not because I'm freelancing anymore, because I definitely did that wrong. But today I wanted to share with you guys why I say that I failed as a freelance creator. And honestly, I learned quite a lot, and hopefully this can help you guys whenever you choose to finally go on that full-time freelance career. First of all, I was really bad with money. It was amazing to have a lot of money flowing into my account coming from freelance gigs that were paying me more than the usual. So for me, it just became so easy to say, you know what? I need a second camera. I need this lens. I need that lens. I need all of these things that in reality, I could have easily just rented them out and survived much more time freelancing without the worry of where I was going to get my next gig. So I highly recommend to you guys, you only buy the necessary things. And the reality of it, I know being a solo creator can be much harder when it comes to what gear you need, because technically you're supposed to bring everything, right? But just make sure you buy the bare bones, the stuff that you definitely can't live without. But anything else, go and rent it. I hate renting gear. I hate knowing that I gotta pay 50, 60, 100 bucks for something that I'm only gonna use once, when I can just buy it and that money does not come out of my bank anymore. But when you start, it is very hard to go around and drop $500, $1,000 on gear that you only got hired that one time to use. So I definitely learned my lesson from that. I did end up with a lot of gear. I still have it. That's the good thing about it, right? They hold some value for a while, but ideally I could have lasted longer as a full-time creator. Now, my second tip is charge what you're worth. Make sure you make a breakdown of how much money you need to survive, how many hours you want to work, and go from there. See how much you have to be charging per gig, because this can really make or break on what gigs you're taking, if it's gonna be worth your time. You don't wanna be working 24/7, just shooting and editing all day long. You need to have a life and it needs to be worthwhile. So any shoot you take, make sure you set a limit of the least amount that you can take. For me personally, to give you guys an idea, I try to not take anything under 200. That's right around friends and super discounted when I'm sticking around 200 bucks, because it's my time, you know, and I mean 200 per hour, you know, that's kind of at the low end from what I want to charge. Man, it's getting a little personal now, but especially now that I am a full-time creator, I have a full-time job. So now I have very few days that I can use to go freelance. So if I'm going to go freelance, I need to make sure it is worth my time, because those are the only days, the only hours I'm going to have for myself and my family. Now you got to figure that out on your own. And I just threw you that number so you guys get an idea. I know a lot of people are gonna be way over that number, and some, you know, might even be scared to charge 50 bucks an hour. But you gotta break that down and see where you're at. Now, the third thing that I sucked at doing was just relying on my customers, relying on the ongoing business that I was getting from my regulars. But it just came like a dry season. Like, I had 0 calls for like a month, and I was just waiting on it instead of acting that whole month in search of new customers. And right before I stopped freelancing, I had now figured out a way to kind of get those direct emails to the marketing departments and all them people to try and pitch some form of work that I could potentially get. I did jump right back on DMing people and trying to connect with more people, putting more work out there, and I was already starting to get some results, which actually turned out to me accepting the full-time job offer, and a couple weeks later getting a crazy amount of inquiries for work. But I couldn't take them anymore because I now had a full-time job, which I'm more than happy to have, because I love where I'm at, I love where I'm learning, and it's just so much fun. Dude, I forgot to mention, I got to shoot on a Komodo, guys. Like, how exciting is that? You know, I would never own that camera. Monitor turned off. I'd have to sell a lot of gear just to afford that camera, but it was super fun to shoot with that thing. So maybe I should do some breakdowns of that. I don't know if you guys would like to hear any of that, but yeah, I love where I'm at. I love working and having that stability of a job. And now hopefully I'm able to create more videos, but I've been taking too much freelance lately. Now I'm just rambling. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. If you are going to freelance, make sure you've really planned it all out. Ideally, I'd say have a couple months worth of income ready in your bank so you can survive it. Definitely, you know, do what you can, take any forms of jobs. I've been shooting weddings, I've been shooting portraiture, commercial, anything that comes knocking on my door, I was taking it. And that's just how it is. It's hard to niche down when you don't have enough pool of customers to niche down to. So, you know, keep your head up. I know a lot of people around here kind of tend to stay away from that. It seems like at least a lot of the creators on YouTube that maybe didn't freelance enough, or, you know, didn't have to go through that per se. But they say it only takes one customer, right? And it has been for me, where it was one customer that made it for me possible to quit my job. So just stay working hard, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.